right, I'm coming up here to see what Ace has. He says 3-ringer, which I tend to believe him on that. He knows what they look like, among other things. But I'm going to tell you why that's important here in just a second. Check that out. Fired? Or just
No idea.
ramrodded to no end? Dang. That's awesome.
Yeah, beat the 22 shell and the shotgun shell I already got.
No doubt about it. Man, hard to believe that fired and just smashed like that. I guess it could. Certainly seems like it got the better end of a ramrod though.
Double load.
Double load, that's what that is. You're right. Awesome. Very good, man.
Board early.
Yes. Yes, that's great. Yeah, we've been here for about 5 or so minutes. I'm going to tell you why that's important here in just a minute and get through this stickers. Well, thanks for tuning in, first off. We're kind of excited about what we're doing here today. The property that we're on is actually property that I hunt on. And I was checking some maps, looking at some videos on some Civil War engagements. And we live pretty close to Harpers Ferry. And so looking at some of what took place in the Battle of Harpers Ferry with Stonewall Jackson, and his troops would have come kind of this way, heading to Harpers Ferry, which is behind me. It's kind of what you can see back there. And these fields, we don't have permission to hunt on, at least not yet. But we might try to get permission today, depending on what we find up here, because it would look like from the maps that we saw that Jackson had quite a few men out across these fields. But up here on this hill, and we are up on the top of this wooded hill, that there was a flank group up here. We don't know for sure. Ace just found that bullet. Again, looks like a double load, which might indicate that, yeah, they were up here. And so we're kind of on the hunt, and just to see if we can find some other things. It should be Confederate stuff up here. Now, obviously, the 3-ringer doesn't have to be Union, but the fact that it's a double load, potentially shot, you know, maybe they shot up here at them. We don't know. But it's early in the day. We got all day to dig. And so stay tuned, and hopefully we get on some other good stuff. Well, Ace and I did not do well on the hill. He lucked out, got the only Civil War find. But just below the hill was the property. I showed you some of the fields. And there was a house on that property, and we just door knocked. Lady's super nice and allowed us to do some metal detecting. We just started. I'm going to show you this house. How incredible is that? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You got to get out there and door knock. You never know what's going to happen. A lot of people ask, you know, about tips on door knocking. The best tip is just to do it. Some people probably run you off, but other people will be nice enough to let you do it. So you just got to go for it. And you'll get them. You'll get them. It might take time, but just be yourself. All right, we're gonna get back to it. All right, well, I got little roundness in the hole. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's silver, but it could be just a penny, a Wheatie. Could be an Indian. Can't tell yet. Ah, such bad camera work. Have to do the old pants rub. Still can't tell. I have to get a toothpick on it. Oh, I see Abe. Might be a Wheatie though. It's very green. Let me get it cleaned up. If it's anything cool, I'll come back. Ace just got him a nice relic. What you got?
I don't know. It looks like a little, I don't know, teacup or measuring cup or something.
Yeah. Definitely something like that. Is it iron?
No. Not sure what it is.
Yeah. Definitely see a little handle there.
I mean, out of the plug, it was bringing 32 on the Knox.
Yeah. That's cool. You can definitely see that would have been open. It's just smashed in, it looks like. It looks like it's pinched.
Yeah, that's why I was getting some little teacup or something.
Yeah. Cool.
No idea.
Yeah. Keep at it.
Yep.
Ace strikes again. Just a little flatty.
Yep. Shank right there on the back.
Let's see, I can put a little white on it.
Skin on it.
Yeah. Oh, it's got a nice back mark. Yeah. It doesn't look like there's anything on there.
No.
But that's a good one. You know it needs to be here. Some silver.
Yeah.
Some real silver too.
Yeah. That's
Good one?
good possibility.
Yeah, for sure. Well, just hit my first relic. It's a tiny, tiny little spoon. A little spoon bowl. I mean, it is a little one. Yup. Not too bad. I'll take it. You're right. Ace is getting hot. Not mad hot, physically hot. It's actually really nice.
Yeah.
It's like,
Jesus helping.
yeah, it's like 65 degrees in February. And I've got, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, it's right in the side. Right here.
Oh, it's dandy.
Oh my gosh, it's huge.
Is it combat?
I don't know. What is this? I don't even think it's a button. I think it's like a cap of something. It kind of looked like it had some design on it. But I think it's just the dirt. Darn. Actually, I don't know. Boy, it looked good though. Oh well. There's bound to be one in here. Just a matter of getting on it. I don't know. Starting to get a little breezy here, but I got some kind of coin in there. Little. I'm kind of hoping it's an Indian, but it's not. Old Abe. Nice looking weedy though. Cool. I think it's 1940. Yep. Cool. Ace is digging on a pretty good signal. Believes could be Civil War bullet. Definitely right in that range. The landowner kind of encouraged us to come up here in these trees. They've cleaned out the underbrush and said, you know, might have something good in there. So we are looking. That shade in the wind feels good.
Oh man.
Gosh.
I've been loving it since I got up here.
All right, what's going on? What, are you messing around over there?
No idea where it's dude. This new Garrett pinpointer.
Yeah, that thing's better than any White's piece of crap you could have had.
Oh, it's a bullet.
not what you're looking.
I want.
Not Civil War.
Yeah.
Well. Yep. No good. All right, so real quick before Ace shows us what he found. So right up there in those woods is where I took our video this morning and kind of showed out across these fields from where we're at, because we were looking for some Civil War evidence from what we found in some maps for the Battle of Harpers Ferry. Ace was just up there on the hill in the grass and it's got something pretty cool. 3-ringer that definitely appears to be wormed. That's exciting, dude. maybe there's a little camp up there.
I mean, you're sitting on top of that hill, you can see
Everything.
I mean, you can see everywhere around.
Yeah, we're gonna go up there and do a thorough search, and I'll show you what he's talking about, how much you can see. That's cool, man. Very cool. All right, let's head up there and check it out. Well, we made it back up here on the hill, and I just kind of wanted to show you what we're seeing. And right there is Harpers Ferry, and the Battle of Harpers Ferry kind of took place just over the top of this hill and towards that next hill. Big fields over in there that were battlefields, but they were going to Harpers Ferry. So hopefully we're getting onto something. I got something here. I don't know what it is. Pop the plug and it's still in here. It might just be junk, but let's see. Is that it? That kind of looks like a bolt or a nut, and that's what it is. Oh well, hopefully we get onto some bullets up here. All right, right behind me, you can see that arrow sticking in the ground. Well, that's where Ace found his wormed bullet, and so we came up here to search around, and I just got one. Check this out. Super faint signal. I could hardly hear anything, and it was jumpy, low iron signal. Ace hit it, and he was getting mixed stuff, but a little bit better with the 800. Look at that. Yeah, buddy. Yes. Also wormed.
Told you.
Crazy. Oh, yeah. Things are gonna happen here, buddy. Yes. We don't know what's gonna happen just yet. But we're on this hill. I know I've showed this to you a couple of times. We're almost thinking, what if this was like a lookout spot for guys, and that hill in front of us is where they were camping maybe. We don't know. Wormed bullets generally mean camp. And so we're kind of getting excited. Because before we even started, the landowner told us to come back anytime we wanted, which was pretty weird, but that's the plan. Ace just got his first silver. We're down in this lower field, like I said we were going to check out to see if there is potential camp stuff going on here. Look at that shiny little merc. You want to spray it? You want to fill it? You got foo?
I don't even know. No.
Oh my gosh.
I only brought one bag.
Still, it's no excuse. Gotta break mine out of retirement. This thing hadn't sprayed a coin in I don't know how long.
That's why I don't have it.
Never a need.
No, not at all.
Merc out in this field. Goodness sakes.
1940.
Sweet. Yeah, buddy. Hey, man. Silver, right?
That's it. I can't remember the last time I found a silver.
That's awesome. Might have been the last merc you found.
Probably.
No, you found that a long time ago.
Haven't seen a silver in a long time.
Yeah. Yep, that's awesome. Gotta be some more stuff out in this field.
Oh yeah.
There's signals everywhere. It's a horse. Yeah, it's a horse pasture. Just didn't think there'd be signals, and there's stuff everywhere. Junky signals, but they're here. It's pretty cool. All right. Well, looky. That's a 3-ringer. That joker looks shot. It looks like your first one.
Yeah.
Yep, either double load or heavy ramrod, probably double load. That's interesting.
Huh.
See that? Definitely shot. I mean,
Yeah.
it's got the striations, is that correct? I don't know. I'm from West Virginia. Sometimes you get words right, sometimes you don't. But that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one that he found before was like right there. Well, that's cool. It's not camp lead. At least I don't guess.
Yeah, I'd like to find some of that.
Right. Awesome. Well, I cleaned this up just a little bit, and I wanted to show you the marks on this bullet. Just like perfect as far as I guess is the rifling. And I've never seen one like that. And I've dug quite a few shot bullets, but I've never seen one like that. If you have any insight into what that is, I'd love to hear. Please share, comment, and share too if that's a double load. But it's just kind of perfect. I don't know. Let me know. This is what happens when you take it literally to take your trash with you. And then you find trash. It's like 6 feet in the ground. I literally left him like 40 minutes ago. And he was digging in this hole. Well, that's gonna do it for us today. Not really gonna do a wrap up. We didn't really get into anything else. Jason did find a pocket knife, old one. Wood handle was rotted off, and I found a file. But not much else. We went back around the house and really tried to narrow in on some high tones, trying to find a coin, copper, or something, but it didn't work out. We're excited to be able to come back. The landowners are awesome people, and so that's really cool. I am just absolutely pooped. Maybe I'm out of shape. No, I'm definitely out of shape. I'm also getting ready to turn 42 here in a couple weeks, so that's not really a good excuse, but it is what it is. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying the videos, and I'm going to keep them coming as often as I can. I'm not going out as much as I have in the past, so might be every 2 weeks, might be once a month, I don't know. But still enjoy getting out, but warm weather means fishing, means time with family, things like that. So it is what it is, but keep tuning in, and hope you subscribe and check us out on the next one. Bye.